This time, everybody's had a chance to look at the agenda before them, and I need a motion to approve the agenda as it's printed. We're doing, this is a somewhat new format now, more in line with the state. And our attorney would like us to see a little different order. So based on that,
All right, next motion.
motion to approve the agenda, excuse me. I'll second that. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay. That's an aye, sir.
I guess. What is it?
Okay, now we have public comment, and I'll turn this over to our attorney, April Gelmarker.
Wanda Green.
Thank you. I've got papers printed out. I've watched your content, or, the meeting from last month. And I wanted to go ahead and address those specifically.
You can go ahead and state your name,
Rhonda Green.
and then we'll start your 3 minutes.
I passed out information packets. As reference to your last meeting, you made several mistakes in your statement, the attorney did. My information source on the counties without zoning came from the Indiana Farm Bureau. And Farm Bureau has been actively promoting county-wide land use and zoning in Indiana for years, and including learning events, which I have a copy of right by it. I thought Farm Bureau would be a reliable source, but I did little research and found that this site had not been updated since 2017. And here's a full copy of the map that Farm Bureau put out there on their website that they have not updated. The correct listing of counties from the 2022 Indiana Planning and Zoning Laws annotated book, published under the auspices of the Land Use and Zoning Section, Indiana State Bar Association, and the Indiana chapter of the American Planning Association. The 10 counties in Indiana do not currently have commissions including Clay, Crawford, DuBois, Gibson, Greene, Lawrence, Martin, Orange, Pike, and Sullivan. DuBois County exercises limited subdivision control under IC 36-7-3-2. Not that even if that county does not have planning or a plan commission established, municipalities within that county may still have plan commissions exclusively for their jurisdiction. If there is a current difference in this list, we will address it again. The RDA is not county planning and zoning organization, even though it was brought up in the last county commissioner meeting this way. The only real connection that the RDA organization has to zoning is that they gave a grant last year to our illegal county zoning board to waste on an illegal ordinance proposal outside of the public eye, and to put together a comprehensive plan without including the public or our input. That doesn't seem like gold star behavior, so maybe the RDA needs a little more scrutiny to see if there are other problems. Dissolving the county zoning and BZA boards is to protect the community and the individuals involved with these boards. You guys appear to think that openly breaking the law is cool, and I can tell you that it is not. A lot of damage has already been done that can't be undone by dissolving these boards, but by dissolving these boards gets them to stop adding to the garbage. Do you have any questions?
I know. Have any questions?
I've also got a couple copies of Lisa Fleming stating that it's too hard to follow the law. And when she made sure that Todd Ewing was appointed to the board. And it's not whether you actually served on the board but that you were actually appointed. Does that make sense?
No.
Okay,
Your 3 minutes is up.
thank you.
Max Green.
I'm Max Green, and I'm here to address the issue of zoning board membership.
I've never got a real answer on the, 36-7-4-216, where the membership must own property or reside within the jurisdiction of the board. This has been going on for a number of years. Adam DeVore brought this back up in 2010, and when the board was first established. I brought this up in the 2022 commissioner meeting and the council meeting, or the zoning board meeting, that this was a Indiana code, and at that time I was addressing Mark Hartman, who'd been on the board since 2016. I didn't know that he was on there, but he served on the planning board and the zoning board, BZA board, which made him not a legitimate member, because he didn't own property within the jurisdiction of the board.
That's not true.
He does own property in the jurisdiction of the board.
Good, because he's now.
When we looked on the county map, it showed that he did not own property outside of that, from the county's website. That's the best we could do for doing our research. Also, Andrew Cack is in question on the same issue here, and that was brought up in 2022, and it never did get addressed until I understand he's no longer on the board. But up until that time, the board was allowed to continue with the membership that I believe, from the information I had from the county website, that did not comply with state law. And that's the long and short of it. And when the commissioners were aware that there may be an issue with a zoning board or BZA member not meeting the requirements, the question is whether all the people who paid money to come in front of this board, whether they would come in front of a legitimate board or not, will they need to be reimbursed? If there were any cases where they didn't get a legal hearing, where the county needed to address, will these boards have been taken care of properly or not?
Paid money to come before the board. The only time anybody paid money to come before the board is if there was
A BZA hearing, yes, sir.
variance in that.
A variance, yes, sir.
One every 2 years, maybe.
That's correct. And whether there was an adequate number of legal members to participate in the hearing or not is the question. You guys have to go to Travis to go and get the information from that, if there's a question about it. But that's what it comes down to, is whether the public was actually treated fairly in every case or not, whether the county needs to make it right before they go forward to make new arrangements. And same thing with the board membership as far as party affiliation, or because in the past, you can look back to the records like we did the voting records, and it appeared they didn't, we had more Republicans on, maybe not this last year, but in the past, what we've had since 2016. And that's, if you go back and look at that, and also we've asked for the, records on, who was on these boards and when their expirations, their terms expired, and according to the state, they're required to be on a staggered board.
Okay, your time is up, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mac.
Adam DeFore.
I'll waive my time this morning.
Okay, thank you all. I assume, Mr. Cardaway, you've had time to review the minutes of the February 18th meeting, and so could I have a motion to approve, please?
Motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second that. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. And also the claims and payroll.
Make a motion to accept.
Thank you. I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Stephanie Rocky, County Clerk, please come forward.
We have a vacancy on the Gibson Township Advisory Board due to the death of Dorothy Leaner. The Democratic Party chair did miss the deadline, the 30-day deadline to make that appointment. So things get up to the executive body, we do have, our son, Damon Fleener, is interested in the appointment, and I have checked his voting history, that is a Democratic, seat vacancy, and he is, eligible to be appointed by. He is here today, if you have any questions for him.
I'd just like to say I appreciate you stepping up and sympathy for your loss of others, very, very important people in our lives, obviously. I think it says something about you willing to step up and fill that vacancy that she occupied for so many years. Thank you. And this time I'll ask for a motion to approve Damon Fleener for the position of advisory board, Gibson Township.
I make that motion. You have anything to say though before we go on further?
No, I, appreciate your words there on it, and I just thought it'd be an honor to continue to work for the township.
So I will swear him in today and have him complete his, economic statement, and then I will just need the approved minutes sent to me, so you all can those approved at the next meeting.
Yeah, we got a motion on the floor. I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. All right, countywide bridge inspection and inventory bids.
If I could, Don,
Yes, sir, come forward.
there won't be a dollar amount in there, this will just be credentials, so just read off the interested parties, and then I'll
Sure.
take them for scoring.
Official name, okay, Aegis. Jansen and Spawns Engineering. American Structure Point, Inc. HMB. And that's all.
I believe we need a motion to accept these. Is that not correct, Mr. Boyles?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, need a motion. I'll make the motion to accept all bids received from the bridge inspection inventory.
Or the bridges, or bids or
The-
proposals?
The 4-year bridge inspection cycle, and this, no matter who we select, they'll all get paid the same amount. This is just a copy of their credentials and who we want to choose to use. So we'll go through these and use the NDOT scoring process, and then make our selection and announce it probably at the next meeting.
Okay, I second that.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Motion carried. Okay, Mr. Paul Eckert, would you like to come forward and give us an update on the county highway department project?
Thank you for having me. The last couple of weeks, the weather kind of did break for us. There in the office, the electrical and county IT has been rough engine started for it. Been asked to frame in a little closet by Phil and sign shed out there, it's got metal, completely around it. They were working on they got the spray foam done on the inside. They were working on the liner panel for the roof and walls on the inside, of it also. So, as soon as they get that done, the electrical and plumbing will be started there. I'm supposed to have a meeting with the electrician today to discuss, those items. The big long truck lean-to, it's framed metal on the ceiling, metal on the roof, sides, the liner panel on the interior, is installed, and it is ready now for the electrical to get going on it. The fuel shed, again, framed, metal on the inside. Rick and I did tweak one of the interior, items, where instead of it being metal, we're gonna have plywood so they can nail and hang and get those items better, I'll say, on the inside. The mechanics garage, we're still working through the vertical, code issue we got out there with the firewall. We've got one item solved there, trying to get the last one solved where they, I'll say, keep hazardous materials. So we are talking to the state about that last item, and we'll get them to decide one way or the other what we need to do, and we'll proceed with it. The mixed salt building and salt storage buildings, I'm getting rebar here this week. It's gonna come in about 3 different loads, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The state, I think he has sent the foundation to the state this week, which foundation permit's pretty quick turnaround, so as soon as I get that turnaround, we'll start on the foundations for it. Here in the last couple of weeks, we also did, install some drainage on the parking lot and at the detention basin. And we also, built a road on the south side for Duke Energy for all access to the telephone poles. If you've been out there lately, you've seen that the state came through and did their clearing between the fence and the bypass.
Yeah.
That you all requested. Looks like that's pretty well done, except for items that were grown up in the fence itself. And the last item is Jackson County RMC. I believe they've started their extension from Martinsburg Road over to the property. And I think they're using Corey Baker with that. But he's a subcontractor. They have started bringing in the fiber optic line.
Yeah, looks a lot better now since they cleared all that brush out there. It's beginning to shape up. You are pretty much on schedule with our timeline, are you not?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, we're just waiting on those couple permitting items, which that's kind of a state issue.
Right.
Just got to work through that to get them over the hump on stuff.
So what is the timeline?
The fall. We did break this, you know, it's 2 phases. The office, the sign shed, the lean-to, the fuel station was phase 1. The mechanics garage, the mixed salt building, and the storage bins was phase 2. We did have a phase 1, phase 2. I think we released phase 2, I think it was November 18th, something like that. So that's why the other buildings are still in the process of being submitted.
All right, keep up the good work, thank you. Mr. Boyle.
I don't believe I have anything for you today.
Okay. Do you have anything, April? Kyra, do you have anything? Anything, Tony?
No, second.
Motion to adjourn.
I make that motion.
Second that, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.